Hell yeah.
We need to wash ourselves of that horrible conversation. Who's got a great segue?
What happened last time?
Oh, that's a good segue.
Does anyone have a better segue? I'm open to
What the
other
fuck?
pitches.
Our beloved leader Hillary wants to know what happened on the last episode of This Isn't Normal. I will not specify which Hillary. It could be anyone.
Hillary Duff.
It could be you listening right now, Hillary.
This one's for you, Hillary.
This one's for our dear sweet listener and beloved leader Hillary, who's listening now.
Thanks, Hillary.
Last time on This Isn't Hillary, we had maybe, I would say, top 5 most productive episodes in the show's history.
It's true.
We went home and went to bed.
And that's it. That's what happened in the whole episode.
Max, didn't you do the what happened last time, last episode?
Do you want to do this one?
Yeah, retract your statement, please. That was really good. That was really good. God damn, human VCR.
VCR and Max have the same amount of letters in it.
Oh my god.
Right.
Wow, Beth.
I'm making the conspiracy board now.
It's truly cutting commentary. The conspiracy is being revealed. No, Mark, go ahead, please.
Thank you, VCR. So last time, we really didn't do that much last episode. I'm thinking about it now. We went back to the apartment. Everybody decided where they were gonna sleep. Anderson got a concussion from a cardboard pillow.
Yes.
Ernest had a very nice conversation with Job. And he decided that he was going to paint. But he was going to paint one picture of Ernest that he took over and over again. And then him and Ernest had a nice moment. Atticus was a little freaked out. And then they all went to bed. And then I will say at one point, Rosier and Abel had a conversation as well. Rosier told Abel about the secret that they had been holding.
Which is?
I don't remember. It was, they have to, oh, no. They have to kill, who do they have to kill so that?
Abner?
They have to kill Abner so that Abner can be overthrown. Yeah. I forgot who it was for, though. I'll be honest with you guys, I turned my camera off and I was staring at Reggie that whole conversation, so I didn't hear much of it.
That's okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
It's for
That's
Warwick,
fair.
Basically.
Thank you. I was going to say Wayward, but I knew that wasn't correct.
No, that's from I Spy.
That's
Warward.
different arc.
Wooward is fucking it up in Salem right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what we did last time.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that is actually everything you did last time. Pillow fight, meaningful conversations. You went home and went to bed. Also, Dandy never came home and Henry went to look for her.
Yes. We decided that Dandy had been kidnapped and was being hung. Not hung, but like hung by their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, like comically wrapped up, her little feet poking out and her head upside down. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. You all wake up in the morning feeling very refreshed. Something about sleeping in a bed is just so nice. And all this king size bed, Ernest Anderson, so comfortable. Abel, you mostly end up sleeping on top of Rosier, who just kind of wraps himself around you, doesn't let go. But all four of you feel excellent as you rise for the morning. From the looks of both of your rooms, Henry doesn't seem to have come back.
Okay, so we're going to have 2 people comically hanging from the ceiling. I'm not going to let it stop me from kicking Sammy's ass, but just, someone's probably going to need to step in and deal with that. Oh, Rosier can fly. Okay, easy. Duh. Got it.
Rosier says, are we certain they went to the palace or were sent to the palace? Don't people usually get sent to the rehabilitation center for punishment?
You think they're in the rehabilitation center?
I don't think we can discount it.
Would Imelda know to get them out?
I
Mm,
I don't know. I know she didn't she say that Clifford was likely to be held at the deepest part of it? I believe Dandy said that she was also quite often sent there. If she is there, perhaps they'll run into each other.
Yeah, but we have to go by there anyway to get out, right?
No, I don't believe
Beans.
the rehabilitation center is notably close to the door. Didn't we have to cross the ball pit of fun to get there?
Yeah. Okay. I guess up to you guys. Do we check rehabilitation for them first?
I'm a little biased. I'm very good friends with Dandy, and by extension, I guess Henry.
And by
So
extension,
I'm
probably your son?
well, yeah, that's a given. Like this uh, fucking Dandy and Henry was just a wrench in the plan. Like we're still, but I vote we do that.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Where's Atticus?
Atticus doesn't appear to be in the department anywhere.
Maybe she was sunken into the couch.
I checked the couch cushions.
No, no, but there is a small note that just reads, "Don't worry, just went outside."
I look outside.
Your view is mostly just Germ's window, and he seems to be furiously painting something.
What the fuck?
I
Ernest,
give I give I give Jam the thumbs up.
what is your
He, he
murdering neighbor, best friend, lover doing?
My murder best friend lover is now a redacted murder. He went through a lot of murder VR, so he's
Um,
not a murderer anymore. He's painting now.
okay, you guys want to get your stuff ready? I'm just gonna go downstairs and check on Atticus, and maybe we can all just meet downstairs.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay,
Rosie said, "I'm ready to go."
that's great, Rosie. You can actually take me down.
Oh, he turns to you, Abel. Will you be okay getting down by yourself?
I'll be fine.
Okay. And he grabs you by the armpits and just descends very quickly down the stairwell.
Whee!
I didn't pick up any of that.
I said we.
Okay. You get down to the bottom of the stairs, and actually, you do see Atticus. She is standing in the door frame with her head poked out the door, looking furiously back and forth.
Hello?
She jumps. Sorry. She closes the door quickly. I think something's happening out there. I was gonna go, just get some fresh air before a whole bunch of nonsense. But yeah, there's like a million and one angels marching around outside.
Fuck. Okay. No, it's fine. Part of the plan. Well, I'm glad you didn't flee. That's good.
Yeah, I didn't run away. Definitely not. Is there another way out of the building?
Rosier,
Rosier looks around and he says, "Well, if there's not one to be found, perhaps one could be made.
could we go out the window in their apartment?
Try to fly, all of you. There is a gap big enough."
Yeah, I mean, even if you could just get us down somewhere safe where we could walk.
Let me go outside and see if I can find out what's happening.
Okay.
And he slips out the door.
Hey, Atticus, real quick before we do this.
Yeah.
I I feel like I have a unique opportunity here to say sorry.
Sorry. For what?
Well, for me being me when you knew me the way I was.
She looks a bit more uncomfortable now. I I mean I should apologize too. I just left. I
I
really
don't
needed to get out, but I'm sorry.
I don't blame you. I was the worst. I was a monster. I was a goddamn menace. I had a plan to literally take over the world, Atticus. That was my goal. Take over the
What?
world. Yeah,
Why?
cuz I thought if I did, then I could never be arrested for all the horrible things that I did and maybe none of my family would either.
She like laughs for a split second and then the smile drops from her face and she goes, "Wait, was that did you get like close or did you like succeed?"
Um Did I get close? N no. No, you and a couple other people actually decided to run against me for mayor, and in the process destroyed a town, and then I never got to rule the world.
Blinks at you a few times, and yeah, I want so bad to understand what the fuck any of that means. Like, I wanna be friends with you again. I I wanna live my life, but it doesn't I'm scared. I'm really scared. I feel like I should want this, my life back, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what choices I made. I ran against you for mayor.
No,
I
another
I
friend
went
of
to some
ours did.
sand t
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Listen, you know, I think when you get your memories back, I think it's just gonna be an extension of this, an extension of you. I don't think the things that you've gotten to see in the person that you are both back then and now are erased. It's just the other piece of the package. This part of you that's here is, it's not like you forget about it. It's not like it goes away. It's just you get the rest of you back. And I like all of you. You know, you're my sister. Where it's before Rosier gets back though, just real quick. Um the only reason that I'm here today with you or in general is because you never gave up on me. And to be honest with you, you should have many, many, many times. But for whatever reason you didn't. And it gave me the chance to maybe not be a perfect human, but to try and fight for better problems, fight for better things. So I'm sorry, truly, but I also got to say thank you.
She looks like she's gonna cry. She just runs up and gives you a big hug.
Yeah, I hug her back and I'm like, hey, this whole thing is so fucked up and you got dragged into it with no context and I just we're gonna fix it for you, okay?
Okay. I I trust you more than anyone, so I believe you. And
Anderson,
also and
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I don't maybe it won't mean much coming from me, but you're nothing like the Anderson I've known for forever, honestly. I don't think your son can hate you. Maybe I don't know him and maybe I don't know even you that well, but you're a good man. You're a good brother, and I'm sure you're a good father too.
Um, Anderson just his eyes are watering and he's like wiping tears and there's just a sad crying smile on his face.
That's when Rosier walks back in. And he slams the door behind him and he looks and he goes, "Oh, I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt you. The city is on lockdown.
Oh, that's good. Why?
Apparently, the palace is in a state of turmoil and has issued a curfew in order to quell the turmoil. No one was quite clear as to why, but I do have an idea. Humans who are out against the curfew um, are being taken to the palace for a means of holding until they can be processed for their crime of going against curfew. I figure maybe I could just simply escort you troublemakers to the palace.
Okay. So we just gotta hope Imelda did her job then, I guess.
Yes, that, or we could try that and sneak into the sewers and go that way.
I guess let's
Um,
see what Ernest and Abel want. Take me back,
yeah,
Rosier.
he lifts you up and just ascends, and Atticus is like, "I'm just gonna wait here."
Okay, I go get my boys and I'm like, guys, we got a problem.
What could possibly have gone
More
wrong? What did they take the stairs?
The city's on lockdown. I don't know why I'm saying it
Oh,
like that. It's not great, actually.
Also, I just want to say, Abel, that was really funny. You said, "Did they take the stairs?" That was funny.
It was good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I liked that too. Um,
yeah,
yeah, no, city's on lockdown, and I'm a little worried about that. Rosier says we could probably take the sewers to get over to the rehabilitation center. You guys good with that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way we did it the first time, so more of a familiar route, I guess.
To the sewers, boys!
Yeah, he picks
That's
up Abel, and Rosier picks up Abel and just descends. Doodle-loot.
goodbye. Is it me and Anderson now?
Yeah. Yes.
Uh, man, we should probably get walking. But like, man, that bed was comfy. Like,
So
I wish I could go
nice.
back to bed. That
Dude,
was so nice.
I
How
I
is how's your head, by the way? I just
it's fine. I think the pillow miraculously healed it
damn, I
in the
gotta take
king
one of those
bed.
with me. Yeah, I gotta take one of those with me. I'm gonna
Dude,
talk to Henry.
I wrote down the pillow names. I wrote down the mattress names. I found the pillowcase boxes. They still had them in the closet. I wrote down the pillowcase names. They're all human brands. Like I can buy this.
Damn. All right. Well, that makes sense. Heaven is not gonna make its own stuff, so
Yeah.
yeah, figures. Oh gosh, I wish heaven would make escalators, he says.
Put one foot in front of the other. Do, do, do,
One
do.
of your neighbors, as you're walking down, leans his head out and goes, "I wish that too. Me, Clarissa Bell, on the 30th floor."
Clarissa Bell. I
Thank you.
literally, Ernest, don't
She's on
engage.
the
We don't have time for
she's on
Clarissa
the
Bell.
she's on the
33rd
30
floor.
30th floor.
We have so much we have to do today.
And she slams the door closed.
Alright, Clarissa
You
Bell.
you all make it to the bottom of the stairs. Everyone assembles, and Rosier says, "All right, if anyone asks any questions, all of you broke curfew, and I'm taking you to the palace, but we're actually sneaking into the sewers.
Brilliant.
But I won't tell them that. All right, my humans, please proceed for a most severe punishment."
Oh no,
Ah, I'm
don't.
being
I'm
punished.
scared.
Oh no.
Help!
Somebody, yeah, we're innocent.
Yeah, you guys walk out yelling this, and another angel walks by and turns and says, "Do you require assistance?" And Rosier says, "No, no assistance needed. I've corralled these troublemakers and shall direct them personally." And the angel, a large, fully decked out in armor angel, turns and regards all of you, and he says, "For shame." And he turns and he walks away.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm being
Ernest smacks
actively
himself on the hand.
shamed. I'm like pulling the
My,
manhole cover.
yeah,
This sucks. I'm
yeah.
being shamed.
Rosier spreads his wings out as far as they go, facing you guys, and says, "I am making myself larger in an attempt to intimidate as I dole punishment out upon thee. Shame?
Uh,
Shame?" And he kind of
Shame.
blocks another angel walking by, and he says, "Excuse me, I'm punishing humans. Yes, thank you. Please go out my foot. Please step around. Yes, thank you. Goodbye.
Go, go, go,
Shame."
go, go. I got it. I got it. Go.
All right, all of you descend back into the sewers. I'm not going to have you roll for this one,
God.
but you guys all make it down into the sewers pretty much no problem. There is, even from where you're at, you can hear commotion from all around you. Really, it's not anywhere nearby, but you can hear the sounds of people fighting. You can hear the sounds of people running, talking, yelling. Um, Clearly, you are not the only ones down here.
Guys, just keep going. Don't engage. If you see Clarissa Bell, just keep going.
And you take off through the sewers. Are you taking the same route you had last time?
The one that led us right to under the rehabilitation center?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm remembering correctly, I think you have to go by the ball pit area, or was it
We go
bad
through the ball
pool?
pit. We do whatever we need to do, Beth. You get us there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to the ball pit, we're gonna have to stop. because the ball pit isn't just like chilling out like it was. There are when you approach waves being rocked back and forth through these balls. There's balls all over the floor as they're being pushed up against the lip of the pool on both sides. No one else is in here. No talking. Not even quite clear where this is coming from, but the motion of the ocean is in this ball pit.
Why are these balls rocking?
Atticus says, "Do we care?" And jumps in.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just like, "You guys are. This is a ball pit, and it's in heaven. Just come on!" And she's swimming across. She's like, "Why am I the only one that thinks this is not weird at this point, huh?" Um, and that's when she goes under.
Yep.
Oh,
All right.
Rosier, can you like hover a little bit in the air and I'll grab your leggy?
And he goes, "Yes," and does so.
Okay, so I'm like holding on to Rosier, like hovering over the ball pit, and I'm trying to reach in and grab Atticus.
Okay, yeah. You can see her flailing about. She's not too deep under there, but she is completely wrapped up in a large inky tendril.
God fucking damn it, Rosier, get me down there! I tug on his little leg.
He's like, "Ow," and then lowers you further.
Any
To
help,
where at this
guys?
point you're kind of in the ball pit now.
Okay, can I grab
what?
Atticus?
Uh, roll dexterity.
That's why dexterity.
I don't know what would make the most sense for you trying to like reach through and get a hold of somebody. It's not exactly strength until you're trying to pull her out.
I would probably still say strength.
All right, well, you're the super GM then. Let's go. Strength roll right now. Anderson's great at that.
Hard success.
Okay. You grab Atticus by the leg, her good leg, and yank. And whatever was holding her probably wasn't expecting this because you managed to yank her out. Rosier immediately ascends way higher and he's panting. And he's like, "All right, I'm dropping you on the other side now. Thank
Thank
you."
you.
Uh, and does fly you over to the other side of the pit and just drop you in a heap.
Yeah.
Atticus coughs up a ball and says, "Why didn't you tell me the ball pit was haunted?"
I, Rosier, can you please go get the others?
Yeah, no, he's without asking, that is what he is doing. He's grabbing Abel, he's grabbing Ernest, he's just flying over the ball pit, which is now like us. One of that inky tendril is just kind of like up and feeling around in the balls, waving in the air, but he's flying over it. He lands on the side of the pool next to you guys, panting, and he's like, "I think we should run."
Yeah, I'm with
good
you.
choice.
Yeah.
And you all run out as the tendril starts whapping around the room, smacking the sides of the walls, knocking bricks loose, and generally making a ruckus. But you all continue on your way. A few more minutes of running. You actually don't hear anybody, but you do hear louder and louder screaming. And you eventually, after a while, come across the exit port that you know leads up into the rehabilitation center. There is no one down here.
Ernest, you know these guys. You should probably go first.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're probably right. Sorry, I swallowed a ball.
Yeah, I saw that. That was gross.
Yeah. Oh God, it's not going down well. Anyway, yeah, Ernest ascends.
Okay. You climb up and you have to push another kind of manhole cover off. Are you pushing it all the way off or are you looking? Tell me what you're doing.
God, it's probably smart to look, but in character,
Hmm.
Ernest flings it. Like not flings it, but he did, no regard, just opens it.
Okay. You
Ruh-roh.
fling it, um, and are immediately met with something cold being pressed into against your head.
Ow,
Cold and sharp.
cold,
Uh,
sharp, ow.
and you, as you say that, it gets pulled away from you, and you hear, Ernest, oh my god. It's
Uh,
Castor. Um,
Caster. Oh my God. Hey,
shh, 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 shh.
Caster.
I Castor has one hand over their abdomen, red blood pouring out, um, and another holding what looks to be like a small shank of a knife, formed out of what looks like a brick. And they say, "Sorry, I didn't expect anyone to come out through the escape port. Um, played
Yeah,
it a little bit bad."
I see that. Is everybody else okay? Are you okay?
I'm I've been worse. It's fine. Don't worry about me. Just I have to guard the exit here to make sure that we can get out. But it was just myself, Amanda, and Horace. And well, I don't know if Horace is alive anymore. Imelda's gone, and we never even made it to Clifford. So,
What do you mean Imelda's gone?
I mean, they got us. They got all of us, and it was either run in after them or at least secure the exit in case something happened. And I'll also, I'm a little bit wounded, just a little bit. I'm sure it's fine. But I
Okay.
don't know where Imelda went, and Horace got hit a little bit worse than I did.
And you said you haven't. Sorry, I'm not disregarding what you're saying here. I just want to cover all the bases. Also, Ernest like climbs up the ladder so everybody else can get out. Because he was just sitting there for a minute.
Yeah, you were in a very tight, what looks like a utility room. There's a lot of odd-looking machines, making a lot of odd-sounding noises, not just like bumps and grinds and groans. It's squeaking and burbling and all kinds of weird sounds. But for the moment, it's good because it's masking a little bit of the conversation.
Okay.
Castor pokes their head around a corner and looks back and said, "Okay, no one's come this way yet, so for the moment, I think it's fine."
Okay. And you said you weren't able to find Clifford.
No, we came up here and they were waiting for us. We all ran in. I went with Imelda. Horace went the other direction, but they were waiting for us further in as well. They, I don't know, shot me, stabbed me. Next thing I know, I'm bleeding. Horace is on the floor. He's bleeding from his head, and Imelda is just gone.
All right.
So,
You're here. Let's deal with this first. Is there like any like cloth, anything maybe I could use to stop the bleeding for the moment?
you could try and rip off some of your own like clothing, but in the utility room, there doesn't really seem to be anything you could use for a first aid.
All right. Yeah, Ernest will just rip off like the bottom part of his t-shirt. He'll give himself a little crop top.
Ooh, all right. Your 1500 pack is on display as
Yeah.
you rip some strips out, and Castor says, "Oh, you didn't need to do that for me. I'm sure it's okay. Sure."
Yeah, I mean, you're bleeding from your little tummy. We gotta make sure you're all right. Um, actually, does anybody else know how to, do this? Because I never had formal training.
What? I come up the ladder. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Caster, what happened? Don't tell me. I don't want to know actually. First aid, first aid. Oh, okay. Well, I got my base of 30, so give me that cloth, Ernest.
There you go.
Beep, 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 beep. That's a hard success.
Damn.
Hey, you managed to stabilize Castor. They go from looking like they were kind of lying about how fine they were, to a little bit of color coming back into their face as you comfortably staunch some of the bleeding. They lean back, they look at their horribly mangled arm, and just, this might sound horrible, but if you can if you can at least find Horace. I know you're gonna look for Imelda. I know you're gonna look for Clifford. But Horace is one of us too. If you could just find out if he's okay or if he's not.
I mean, we're here. We're not leaving anybody behind.
Okay. I'll
Uh,
hold down the fort here. I'll make sure no one else comes through. She like, peeks down, sees Atticus, and Atticus is like, "Oh hey, oh my god." They came back. They're like, "Oh, you brought a party with you. Cool, cool."
yeah,
Yeah,
we got more people. Everybody. Atticus, did you meet Castor Blaster?
yeah.
Atticus does. Yep. Kinda.
All
Hey
right.
again.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sit and rest, Cosmo. We'll go find Horace.
My name's Castor.
Yeah, strange. You have any family?
No. I mean, I had parents.
Remind
They're
me when
not
this
here,
is
so
all over. I you won't believe this. I know someone who looks just like you.
They
Wow.
roll their eyes. I get that so much. You wouldn't believe it. I've never met anyone who looks like me. I not to discount what you're saying, but I just don't
Okay, where's
like everyone
Horace?
says that. Well, he Horace was dragged down to the left, and I'm almost positive Imelda went down the right. At least I don't know because I managed to break away run away, get in the sewers, and then I came back.
Okay. Ernest, are you going after Imelda? I kind of don't want to split the party, but I understand because that's your wife.
I don't think we should split the party. I know Imelda can take care of herself.
She is
I'm not
blind.
right, but listen, I know my wife. She'll be okay for the moment. I think we should find Horace first.
All right,
At
Horace!
least
Caster's like, "Did you just scream?" And yeah, there are you hear from silence the sound of rumbling.
I
Caster
thought this
says,
place was empty.
no.
"This room is empty, you idiot."
Caster dies.
Atticus crawls back down the sewer.
I thought they left. I thought they were dealing with the insurgency.
Caster's
No,
like,
we
"Okay, get back in the hole. I got this. Get
Caster,
back in the
no!
hole.
Get in the
Get
hole!
get
back in."
back in the
No,
hole.
he's kicking. They're kicking you back in, Anderson.
I'd like to
And
make
then,
a strength contest.
okay.
Okay, I got a normal success.
Caster. I'm sorry. I learned how to play Fallout the RPG recently, and I immediately forgot how to play Call of Cthulhu. I think I only have space for one TTRPG at a time. So I was rolling a d20, and I was like, "What is an 8?" Wow. I'm sorry. Caster got a 2, so I don't even know what their strength is, but they with bizarre ease pry your fingers off of them, give you a smile, and then shove you into the sewer, where you land on top of Atticus and Rosier, who kind of catch you slash Atticus falls. And they slip the cover back on. You hear moments later some muffled yelling, some "How dare you drag my friends!" and then silence.
Wait, is Ernest up there or did he get down
No,
in the sewer?
you all got pushed back in the sewers. Anderson tried to fight
Okay.
back, and Anderson lost.
Okay.
But there is silence.
Hey everyone, it's Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. What's up? Thank you so much for listening to A Little Slice of Heaven. This is part 13, and it's bad luck all around, to be honest with you. But as always, it's a great time. We have 3 episodes left in A Little Slice of Heaven, and then we're getting back into the reflection game. So that's going to be really exciting. Joining us today, I have if you're watching this on video, I have this wonderful art that Will did back during the Heart and Stone arc, faced off against the the goo monster. So why? Because I saw it and I was like, this is really cool art. So I wanted to bring it up and remind everyone about it. It was really cool. Thanks, Will. As always, there's so many great ways to support the show. If you could tell a friend, it helps us out tremendously. We're on every podcast app you can think of, but we're also on YouTube at youtube.com/@TIN podcast. And every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that is where you can join us for our episode premieres, which are really cool, really exciting. We get together with a bunch of listeners and get to go through it for the first time together, like a family, like one big, dysfunctional family. So it's a good time. Anyway, I kind of think that's about what I wanted to cover this week. Definitely a lot shorter without Patreon. Rest in peace to Patreon. You had a good life. But I guess let's just get back into the madness, shall we? Join us again next week for maybe a little bit more luck. Wait, how many episodes do we have left? 3 episodes. Is it 3 episodes? Maybe it's 2. Yeah, oh my gosh, I think it's 2 episodes left. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, well, we got 2 more left in the queue, and then it's reflection game time. But until next week, stay safe, drink lots of water, and have a great week.
Well,
Atticus climbs back up.
I was about to say, should we check the damage, fellas?
I'm just gonna take a peeky, and it lifts the sewer lid a little bit, scans, and then calls back down. Hey, it's empty in here now.
All right, one more person to rescue, I guess. Anderson! And he climbs up the ladder.
I give Anderson a pat on the back.
Thanks,
Rosier gives
buddy.
you another pat on the back.
God. I've done some stupid shit in my life. That might be a top 5.
The facility's empty. Horace, where'd you go? You get back up into the utility room. There is a fresh new blood stain on the floor. Which is good because now there's a trail to follow. But it is empty of one caster blaster.
Okay, guys,
Well,
I think let's move quietly.
that's probably a great idea, Anderson.
Thanks.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm being rude.
We we can
We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
we can rescue them, right?
Yeah. We can do it. Don't worry, buddy. We got
Okay.
this. We just gotta be quiet.
Does the blood trail lead to the left or right?
At least to the right.
Oh, that's not the way Horace went. I feel like we gotta get Horace.
We should find out if we could find Horace, because maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have abducted him too, and then they'll all be in one spot.
That'd be nice. I start going to the
Yeah.
left.
All right. I'm going to have everyone roll stealth.
Oh,
Boy, God.
Wow. I'm glad for once Atticus did a really good job.
I got an extreme success.
Hard success.
Ooh, Rose.
If
Oh, wait,
everyone
that's.
could pray for me because I didn't put any points into that.
I'm praying for you.
Can you use luck?
I was just about to say we got luck on our side, fellas.
Can you use luck?
I certainly can. And I think I will. So I think I'll use 25 luck to make it a normal success.
Oh, good. Rosier passed by the skin of their teeth. Atticus
Be very quiet.
got like an 11.
Damn, that's pretty good.
For her, yeah. Okay. All of you pass. You manage to make your way down the hallway. Tell me what you're doing. Are you peering into rooms? Are you listening? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I would imagine
I
like
would do
scuffling, shuffling,
bloodstains.
bloodstains, listening for bloodstains.
Because Caster did say that Horace got banged up.
Yeah, you look around in the immediate area, you don't see anything, but further down the hallway leading towards a room near like all the way to the back, there do look like there are some red and black bloodstains.
Ooh.
Let's go check it out, everyone.
It sounds like from the door like there might be someone in there, um, but the noise is faint and pretty muffled. But the blood marks on the floor over here look like they were half cleaned up, and then someone just did not get this far. Almost like they are perhaps drawn away by something else.
I'm sure that's good.
What does this
And
mean?
did you say that were they like leading to a room? Was it in a room? Is that what you were saying? Because you said there was
Yeah. Sorry.
doors.
So as you guys go far down the hallway, there is big white door on the right side of the wall, and that is where the majority of the blood is concentrated. It does go from what looks like half smudged, wiped away red marks to a lot of the blood is a little bit more black towards the door.
Can we or can Ernest use sneak to maybe peer into the door under the door without getting noticed?
How about this? We can roll either sneak to quietly open the door, or you can roll listen to try and hear either through it or from underneath it. Is that listen is a skill, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, I guess I'll listen.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 12. Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's a hard success.
Okay. You can hear from under the door someone's muttering gets louder and louder as they say, "Well, this just won't do. Dead human on my watch is so annoying. You were just supposed to knock him out." Another voice says, Well, I didn't mean to kill him. I forgot that humans are so fragile. One hit, one stab, and they're just dead. Even though they're supposed to be dead. I mean, how was I supposed to know this guy could have his brain cleaved in? Well, maybe we'll just chalk this up to an accident, and he can just go in the river with the rest of them. And the guy, other boy says, "Well, I don't really think we have much of a choice, so get back out there. Those blood's on your hands, and I'm not cleaning any more of it up, okay?" And the second boy says, "Okay."
We gotta go, guys. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here.
What do you
They're
hear?
coming out. I'll tell you in a second. We gotta hide.
Okay.
All right, do you guys run into another room? Do you run back down the hallway? What are you doing?
Can we go back to our safe room?
Roll would be a good roll for that. So like a fast roll,
Maybe
pure speed, please.
dexterity?
You know what? I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have you roll stealth one more time, and that will let you quietly get back to the utility room.
God damn.
Ooh,
Come on, Will,
I'm
you
gonna
got
just spend
this.
some luck.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 13 luck to pass.
I'm gonna
Okay.
spend 2 luck to pass.
Can I just go into a different...
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much luck do you think the average NPC would have starting?
I would do a base 50.
How much luck can you spend in one go?
As much as you need, I think.
Okay. Here's what happens. No more luck for Atticus or Rosier, neither of them. All that gone. So no more do-overs for them. And I'm going to have, so all of you start taking off down the hallway towards the utility room. You watch your sneakers. Atticus almost slips, catches herself, and then continues on quietly. Abel, you trip. And you don't just trip, you land hard. You thud against the floor, inadvertently go oof as the breath is knocked out of you. And Rosier, who was right behind you, maybe accidentally tripped you in the first place, is going to attempt to drag you into a room nearby.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow. Okay. Rosier manages to pick you up and take you into the next door room and close the door behind you. The others, you, without really looking back or thinking, continue down to the utility room, close the door behind you. And you can hear the sound of somebody, not you guys in the utility room, it's probably too far away, but Abel, Rosier, in the room you were in, through the door, you can hear the sound of someone humming kind of angrily as that sounds like they're scrubbing something on the floor. The room, as you turn around that you find yourself in, appears to be some kind of simulation room. There is somebody hooked up into one of these chamber headsets. There's no angels in here, but there is somebody just in the VR crying silently. But they don't seem to have been notified that you're in here. There's no other doors, there's no other windows, so they're just sort of seemingly left to their own devices, and you've managed so far to avoid detection. But you are split.
So are there any like screens to indicate what kind of simulation this person has?
Yeah, there's some screens facing away from you if you'd like to walk over and try and see what is happening to them.
Yeah.
Okay. You walk over to the screen and you can see a young woman with red hair and dark brown eyes as she sits at an empty birthday table filled with birthday cakes. There's someone at the very far end of the table begging her to blow them out, and every time she does, another one appears. But the voice just gets further and further away as she's left in more and more resounding birthday silence.
Is the person hooked up also redhead?
Yeah, it looks like a redhead woman who is crying.
I'm going to take that headset off of her.
Okay,
But
roll.
I'm also gonna have like a fingers up to lips and like a shushing motion when I do so.
Hold on, let me pull up a character sheet for this because that's probably going to require some specialty rolls.
It's a ballsy move.
I'm going to ask you to roll computer use.
God damn.
Oh,
Just to take a headset off of her?
with a
You're
base
trying to
5% success?
Well, it's actually a base 0.
Do you have anything in computer use?
No, he was born in the 1500s, Beth.
I'm sorry, you trying to fucking
computer use.
what do you want me to do? You can't drive auto.
Well, I rolled an 8, so can I spend 8 luck to push that to a 0 and
Yes. Because of your work in the Welcome Center, even though you have absolutely no understanding of electronics as a base, you've seen enough people push enough buttons to just kind of mash and then take the helmet off of the woman. The system kind of crashes out, but the helmet releases automatically, and the woman jumps up and panting and crying, looks around and sees the two of you and says, am I done? That was awful.
what are you here for?
I got I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I won't say anything about Sammy ever again, I promise.
Oh, I don't care. Are you okay?
No, not really. What do you mean you don't care? Can I go?
I'm just here hiding. Um, Heaven's on lockdown right now.
Why?
I don't know. Something with the palace and I guess Abner. Everyone was, I guess, really vague about it. So I guess you're free to go, but I wouldn't leave the room right now because I think there's an angel in the hallway.
Okay, who are you guys?
My name's Abel.
Rosier says, "Hi, I'm Rosier." The girl says, "Hi, I'm Cicely."
Nice to meet you. I
Is
wish it
this
was under better circumstances.
like this is real? This isn't like more birthday horror?
No, this is real. We're under the city right now. In technically the sewers.
I thought I was in the rehabilitation chamber.
Well, you might have been at some point, but you definitely aren't now.
She looks
We're like
horrified.
we're like kind of near the rehabilitation center, I think, but we're
You're in the
definitely in the sewers.
rehabilitation center. I don't say out loud.
Intercom
Rosier
speaker says,
Rosier leans over and says, "Abel, I do actually believe we're still in the rehabilitation center."
Well,
"That's up to
my
debate."
mine, that's really a nebulous concept. It's also very loosely defined, I think, that we're in heaven technically.
Gatekeep, gaslight, girl boss.
Girl boss.
We're we're in the rehabilitation center. However, I grimace and I stare in through my teeth.
Yes, Cicely matches you and says, "Well, thank you for getting me out. At the very least, that was yeah, that was really bad."
Yeah, no, that sucks.
And we're gonna put a pause there and jump back to the other group. You've all entered the utility room. The door clicks behind you. As you breathe a sigh of relief, you realize Rosier and Abel are not there. There's no commotion in the hallway. There's no shouting or anything. It's just they are not with you.
Okay, this is bad, but I think we have to try and find Imelda before something else goes really fucking wrong.
Attica says, "I'm on board with that. Should we just bum rush the other hallway?"
I think we got to try Ernest.
Yeah, also, I think in that room I found out, Horace is probably dead.
Fuck. Oh, Cassie's gonna
Yeah.
be so upset. Oh.
But yeah, I think you guys are correct. I think fate is pushing us towards Imelda.
All right, let's go. Let's go, boys. I take off.
Okay, you throw the door open and just run down the leftmost hallway. There are no angels, even though there's much more blood on this hallway now. No one else is around. The blood trail does immediately veer off into a very close by room.
I'm
Do
going.
you open? All right, throw the door open. It's a stairwell leading further down. Not a huge one, but it is leading further down into the facility. Down into another long-looking hallway.
Fucking stairs in this place. Come on, Ernest. I'm going down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, if Atticus follows, you guys keep running. Now, down in this hallway, I don't know if you stop or if you just simply rush in. Let me know which one you're doing.
I'm going.
Okay. You rush in to see an angel simply standing guard outside of a room where these bloodstains lead into. He's also now covered in blood. He looks pretty disgruntled, and then he sees you three, and he holds up this spear that he's holding, and he says, "For the love of halt! What is wrong with you people?"
Bum rush him.
Are you sure?
I don't know. What are we supposed to do
He's got a
here?
spear. All right, here we go.
Wait, no.
Atticus is running into.
Oh,
She is running in, and she's going to take a dive to the floor, and she's going to try and kick out his ankles.
I want to try
He
and
is
grab
going
that
to.
spear out of his hands.
I'm
Okay,
going for his head.
let's all make a at the same time check because he is going to try and bring this spear down on Atticus.
I'm assuming strength.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, that's an extreme success.
Same.
Perfect. Okay, because he only got a regular success, and Atticus got a 4. So I'm going to say that's an extreme success. And Ernest, what did you get?
Extreme success.
And what were you trying to do?
I was going for his head.
Okay. So Atticus reaches him first. As he tries to bring the spear down into her torso, Anderson, you grab the tip of it and simply just hold it up. She connects with his ankle, and he starts going down, just long enough for you, Ernest, to come in and sucker punch him across the face. His head does a full 360 spin, and he drops the spear,
Oh, I grabbed
and
that.
he's gonna take. That's the maximum amount of damage. He's not moving.
Oh, well.
That was a good plan, guys. Ernest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good job.
Atticus stands up. That was the most successful I think we've ever been. Okay, and then throws the door open.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
I point the spear in the room.
Does this guy have anything on him aside from the spear? Like maybe heaven keys or something, just in case?
Yeah, you do pat down his fluffy little body, and he does have a set of old-timey looking jailer keys.
Alright, pocket him.
Perfect. Atticus is in the room. Anderson has stormed the room with his spear. And inside, you see Imelda. Imelda is also standing there, covered in black blood, holding an equal spear that she's pointed at you guys. A tall blonde man with dark brown eyes and a horrified expression on his face is behind her, kind of like holding her shoulder. And unfortunately, Castor is pretty close to them in a pile on the floor, not moving, next to an equally unmoving red angel. And Imelda says, "Don't take a step closer. I will run you through too." And Ernest, if you would.
Oh,
I'm sorry, not Ernest. Mark, if you would.
Yeah, I'm pushing past these two, just like shoving them out of my way.
Yeah,
And
Atticus goes, "Whoa!"
I'd run up to Imelda.
Yeah, she makes a motion to stab you, and the man behind her kind of. I don't know if you want to play him here or not, but just, no, don't. I think that's. But you reach him before she really has much more time to react.
So the scene is Clifford is right behind Imelda.
Yes.
Okay. And was she like, did she try to fucking stab Ernest?
Yeah, she didn't know who was running through the door. She's blind.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Don't. Yeah. No. Don't stab me. It's me, Imelda.
An impossible look of relief crosses her face as she goes, "Ernest," the spear, and fumbles forward, reaching for your face, pats your face all over, and then crushes you in a hug.
Oh my god. Are you okay? And he
"I'm
like
okay."
looks down, like she's fucking covered in blood.
Yeah,
Um.
it doesn't appear to be hers. She looks fine.
Okay. He's gonna let go of the hug. Um. He's gonna look at Clifford. Does he look okay?
He looks horrified. There are dark circles under his eyes. He's very, very pale, but also he looks just like you with Imelda's eyes. And he seems about as starstruck as maybe you feel at the moment.
Yeah. Ernest is gonna look him up and down, and he's I'm so sorry. I never got to meet you, but and then he's gonna run in for a hug. And if you don't mind, I'm gonna play Clifford if that's cool.
Please,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They're gonna they're gonna hug each other. Uh, Ernest pulls back. You look just like me. I didn't think I'd ever get to meet you. And Clifford cries. A little tear rolls down his cheek, and he says, "I've heard I've heard a lot of stories about you, and it's weird. I've been looking forward to this. Not dying, of course, but getting to meet my dad finally. Sorry, this is a little weird playing both of them. I don't know what to say.
No, that's okay. Do you want me to play Clifford?
Yeah, if you don't mind, would you mind
Yeah,
taking over? Just because
I
it's a
don't
little
mind.
weird playing both of them.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. Is Clifford happy to see Ernest or a little
He's definitely happy. He's a little not weary, but he's
it's like it's a stranger, but it's also your dad.
yes.
It's
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He he sniffs and gives another look to his mom, who he looks really crushed by when he looks at her again, and then looks back at you and he says, "I'm sorry. This is kind of weird, actually. I not that you're weird. I'm really excited to meet you, but I'm sorry. Maybe I don't know how cool you are with swearing. What the fuck? I come in. I get yelled at. I get put in a VR. Mom's here. Mom's blind now. Did you know that, by the way?
Yeah, I did. I know that as of when I saw her. I did not know that, but yeah, I can imagine that's gotta be a big shock. Uh, in VR, was that?
Oh, it was stuff about my kids. Oh, my kids.
Oh my
I have
god, your
kids.
kids. Listen, this is kind of weird. He gestures to Anderson and Atticus, and he's like, these guys know uh Chris.
You know my chrysanthemum. You know my son.
Um,
Why do you know my son? My son's a child.
so
Yep.
You're an
can
adult man. What the fuck?
so like while this has been going on, Anderson has gone over to Castor with like a kind of like a mouth over his hand, a
A hand
hand
over his
over his
mouth.
mouth, a hand over his mouth,
Yeah,
and
Atticus will go with you.
he's kind of like has like two fingers to Castor's neck to check for a pulse.
You do not find one.
So yeah, he stays like that for a while the Hawthorns reunite, and when Clifford addresses him, he stands up and turns slowly and says, "Your kids have a friend who looks just like Castor here."
I'm sorry. Maybe this might be horribly rude. Again, how the fuck do you know my kid? He's like a teenager at most, maybe.
He's pushing 30.
He, I wish I had my camera on because he pulls a face where his mouth just opens and he squints his eyes at you. He says, "No, no, he's not, and neither is his brother."
I kind of come over and I put a hand on Clifford's shoulder and I say, "I would um love to go through how fucked up and horrible this place is, but I kind of got to go help kill the ruler of heaven now, I think."
Clifford looks around. And he goes, "Yeah, I could. I mean, I could get behind that. They blinded my mother. Yeah, okay."
Okay.
Imelda says, "No, no, 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 no. Anderson, I understand very much how this could be distressing, but Clifford, absolutely not."
Doesn't matter either
Clifford
way.
says, I'm an adult. I'm mom. I love you, but what is this? No, no, it's fine. It's fine. How do we leave? Where do we do? Where are we going?"
Imelda, sorry, my dog is scratching in the middle of my drama
You
right
hear
at the
someone
end
nearby
here.
go, "No dogs in heaven."
No dogs in heaven. Yeah, so Anderson says, "Imelda, why don't you take Clifford down to the exit? I think that's going to be easier. Clifford, your mom knows the way, but in case there's any weird stuff, I think it'd be good if you were with her."
All right. He picks up one of the spears, but I'm taking one of these and I'm killing any, He looks at no, where's the extent? I'm killing any weird miscolored guys I see. Okay, I don't want to hear it.
Well, there's one you probably shouldn't, but hopefully you don't come across them. Yeah, just be safe with that spear, I guess.
Imelda reaches out for you, Ernest, and finds your arm. She says, "Meet us at the doors, okay? I don't
Okay.
care if whoever you have but coming shows up. I will be there for you. I will wait until you come."
I'll make sure I'm there. I'm not losing you again. And he looks at Clifford and he's like, I definitely, yeah, I'll be there.
Clifford touches your arm as well and gives you a really long, measured look before he gently pushes Imelda and she starts leading him out of the room.
Be safe.
"I love you."
Love you.
Clifford looks back. He says, "See you later, Dad."
You, she's pretty good, but keep your mom safe and I love you.
They say, "I love you too," in unison, and they're gone.
All right. I think I already know the answer, but is is Castor gone?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's fucking do this.
Yeah, let's go get Abel and go in this.
And that's where we'll end things for the night.
Anderson Rivers got Castor killed.
If it makes you feel absolutely any better,
Oh.
if you hadn't stabilized him, Castor was gonna die anyway. But then you stabilized him, so I was like, "Damn, I guess he'll make it."
And then Anderson, Horace!
Anderson immediately forgetting the start of the conversation, which was him being shushed for being too loud when he was speaking at a speaking volume.